Hi guys, it's Dan with Avantnovis. We are going to try this all again. This is the third live stream for the day. The first one went well, second one not so much, and third one is it. Okay guys, I need Wonderdraft to save the day. I have had a really kind of crazy day. I put out a video. I was using different software to create a traditional fantasy map for a client. And as you know, as all good plans go to mess up, I now going back to Wonderdraft because I know it's not going to let me down. Okay, let me show you what we're doing really quick. Anything you'd like to add into the channel would be appreciated. This one is going to be a long one. So first thing, here's the map we made for the campaign for a commission. The guy really liked it, but asked if we could also do a fantasy map, a traditional fantasy map. Not a problem, I said. Used a program, spent about 15 hours. It didn't work, so now we are going to show you how to convert a map like this into something with Wonderdraft. First things first is we are going to have to fill in the layer with black and white to import it. So I've already gone ahead and done that. Here's the white layer. Here's the black layer. White is land, black is sea. We're going to now hide all this stuff. All right. We're now going to export this. We're going to do it right here in pictures. We're going to keep this other one though. We're just going to put import me. And we're going to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and let's open Wonderdraft. Oh, looks like I opened it a couple times. All right, let's go ahead and close this. We will not save that because we got some time to. Now we'll just discard. Let me show you a couple things. Okay, let's open Wonderdraft and get right to it. First things first, I've added a bunch of new assets to Wonderdraft, and I'll show you what those are and link to the descriptions below. Our painting is going to be 6,000 pixels by 4,000 pixels. Landscape, of course. We're going to hit OK. And right now you can see it's opening a little slower because it's opening a ton of new assets. Let me go ahead and show you those really quick. I really like them. So let's go ahead and we are go to symbols. We're going to go to mountains. And it's all these down here. Okay, we got a couple. We have a very stylized mountain system as, let me show you if I can find it. Oh, it has been a bad day. I will tell you that much. All right, we have these really cool stylized mountains that I really like. We also have these flying earth, and we also have these mountains. Now, these mountains themselves, I think, are going to meet our needs for this project, and I really like the way they look. And they even have some smaller mountains. Well, those are the big mountains, excuse me. Smallers, even smaller mountains. And then we got hills, well, rocks and stuff that I really dig. So we're going to use this set of symbols. I will link to the description. The artist sells a huge pack. It's only like, cheap, like really, 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 really cheap. And I think you guys will all find it wonderful. And I'll also point to some free assets as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. Now, I'm not too big a fan of this Eastern adventure, so let's go ahead and let's check feudal out. No, a little too dark for me. Imagination. I think I always go to either imagination or pastel. Let's go to pastel. No, I was wrong. Adventure, maybe? Yeah, we can play with it later. Okay, let's go ahead and import that black and white image. Here we are right here. Import me. Give it a little bit of time, and boom, right in there, saved. We have our rivers, we have everything else here. Now, something I do want to do is make sure that we get the original image. Here we go. Let's just go ahead and put that there. Scale that down a little. Hello, how are you doing today? Okay, we'll scale that in really quick. Looks like we got to go a little bigger with that. Wonder if we can go into decimal points. 6.3. Okay, let's just bump that up. 6.8, almost there. You know, that's good enough for Wednesdays. Okay, let us go ahead and let's get into this. We're going to douse the opacity a little. So there's our original map, and this is the one we're going to have to make. Now, because we made this in Art Rage, we have all our rivers still intact, and that's going to be great for us. And let's see if we can move this a little bit. We're going to have to shift this here and there. We're going to start with this first area. I wonder if we can go 6 point. Looks like it's a little small. Let's go 6.2. Maybe 3. Since our client liked this, we want to try to keep that as much as 6.5. Maybe it's just whole numbers. No, it looks a little too big, so let's just go back down to 6. Well, it'd be helpful if I wasn't doing the opacity. That would be a lot helpfuler. Oh man, guys, it's been a day. It has been a day. It has been a day. It has been a day. All right. Let's go to 5. Let's go ahead and check this out. Almost there. Almost there. Maybe let's go to 8. Oh. Now, this has to be exact, so I'm going to be a little pedantic on it. Okay, that's great. Cool. And I just messed that up. Let's go ahead and move to our symbols. We're just going to bust this out right now. Let's go to our mountains. Now, what we're going to do is, like I usually do with Art Rage, let's go ahead and look at the different sizes of mountains we got going. Okay, that's going to be a big one and small mountain. So we're going to bust this out to something a lot smaller. We're going to hold control to zoom in. A lot smaller there. Any smaller? Let's go a little smaller. All right. Okay, let's zoom out. Our opacity's kind of messing with us a little bit of our bigger map. So we'll just do that. In fact, I'm looking at this. And again, guys, chime in if what you like, what you don't like. That's part of the whole process. Let's go to 15. Okay, I think we have a good mix right there. So let's go ahead. And we are just going to run this brush right over where those mountains are. Now, these are going to be the spines of our mountains. And actually, looking at those are rather big. So we'll just erase those. Go back to our mountains here. Now I'm debating on these if this is going to be our best choice with our mountains. I mean, I like them and all. Let's make a mountain range with these, and then let's go to our other mountains. Now these mountains we're going to have running from the west up, well, from southwest to northeast. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Now let's check these other mountains we have. Because again, they're stylized, and I really do like the style. What do you think, guys? Let's go ahead and check that out. Hey, welcome to the stream. I think I'm liking these mountains better. Yeah, we'll go with these because they're just, the contrast is a lot better. And I think my client will like that. So let's go with these guys. Let's just double check we're not doing, let's see, we got small mountains here, big mountains here, smaller mountains there. Okay, cool. Let's hit that. These are actually a pretty good size. And we're just going to gently place where these are at. Zoom out and have a look. A little big, but I think that is as big as small as we can get them. Boop. Can we go any smaller? Nope. Can we go 5? Nope, 10. Okay. That is absolutely fine. We're just going to place these exactly where the bigger mountains are, the really rough spots. And we're just going to run them down. Again, the whole key to this is, in a way, taking our time. I find that your traditional fantasy maps, it's all about the aesthetic and the communication of symbolism. So we're definitely going to take our time in dropping these where they need to go. Another really interesting feature of this map is that it has a horrible blight problem that's going on in the east. It's even going into the oceans and making the oceans really nasty. And it was a really fun project to do. I'm just happy I can revisit the world again. All right. Let's have a look at that. Not bad. And again, these are going to be our biggest mountains. And then we come down here. And then we come down here. Now we do need a pass right there according to our commission. All right. Wonder if we can turn down the placement density a little. Yeah, I think we're going to turn down the placement density. That's fine. Maybe the right? Let's go right. Yeah, that looks so much better. All right, I suck. We're going back and change that. So they don't look so craggly. We want to space them out to see the symbolism. So let's go ahead and do that now. Yeah, check that out. That is so much better. It doesn't look like much. It might not look like much on your screen, but it is a glaring night and day on mine. All right. Oh, change the size. Yes, I did. Oh, my goodness, folks. It has been a day. So, when you're doing any art project in general, when you're doing any... Alex, hi. I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are having a splendid day. When you're doing any art project, it is critical, especially if you're doing a commission, to understand how your software works. I was using a piece of software that I thought I had enough experience to make a good old map like this, but unfortunately it did something that I wasn't aware of that I learned about. See the previous video before this one. I really do like the software. I like the symbolism in it for traditional maps. I love the color mixing, the textures. I don't have to go back and do another set of textures in like Photoshop. And it just broke my heart that I had to kind of go somewhere else. However, Wonderdraft is always solid. I always like Wonderdraft. It's always going to save my butt. Probably get some mean comments about the previous video, but hey, doesn't mean I don't like it. Just means that I blew 15 hours of work. And then I'm going to stop griping, because griping is the worst thing you can do, in my opinion. For me, anyways. Venting's great to just let it out. Griping is when you complain about something and you can't do anything about it. Or you can do something about it, but you're just, yeah. All right. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Just working on where the mountains are. Let's go ahead and up the opacity. That's another really good thing about these mountains, is we can increase that without losing, back to our symbols, back to our mountains, without losing, yeah, the high contrast makes it so we can actually use the opacity. Now this little circle thing, I don't know, we'll just come in with that. A few big mountains there. And you can kind of see what I'm doing. Just replacing stuff. And the more I'm using this symbol pack, the more I like it. I wonder if I have it online. I do not, but I will get it to you guys. There's some wonderful, there is table time. No, not, what is it? Well, I'll link some sites that I really think are majestic. They're really good. The content is really good. They got a lot of free content, and they also have a lot of premium content. The map I'm using, these symbols, it came with a whole symbol pack. Usually just for the mountains, it's like $2. But the symbol pack in and of itself Okay, we got to stay away from making what looks like craters. We just need to stay away from that. There we go. There we go. Do you guys hear me okay? Alex, how's the sound? Back here. Down here. I hope everybody's doing well. There we go. Down here. Gotta stay away from control that mouse button. The scrolling button makes things go a little wonky. Just gotta be aware of that and stay away from it. There we go. Now the reason I do the different kind of style map, the realistic map, for my campaigns and for a lot of my clients, is that I've always felt that if you have magic then that can scry and magic that can see something, see people away, if we're working with, a fantasy setting, well, why not have magic that can look around your world? I mean, exploring, and if someone had the power to, be able to see a globe, well, why wouldn't they do something like this? All right. Just getting in there with these. Again, these are the spines of the mountains we're putting in. Happy little spines. We do have quite a significant rain shadow up here in this desert area. And that's from all these mountains here, and we'll make sure we include that in this map. Now, instead of doing these big spines here, we just have a series of smaller ones. And let's see, make sure we get that. And again, if anybody has questions, comments, or suggestions, we just make this live stream for everybody. So if you guys want to do something or see something else, well, if you have suggestions for this map, I have to hit this. All right. But again, I also wanted to show how Wonderdraft can totally save the day when you really need it, because I definitely need it. There's a little bit of a time crunch. There's a little bit of other issues going on today. So being able to go to a piece of software that that is versatile enough to be different. Yeah, I like those mountains. I'm really liking those mountains now. Is critical. Okay, these are younger mountains, so we're only going to put like 1 or 2 of these here. There we go. Same thing up here. Oh, did I make those mountains down there too big? I think I did. No, they're the right size. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Then I'm back here. So I have been watching a lot of news recently, and as everybody's aware of the situations in Europe, hearts and prayers have some people I know over there. I don't know if they're currently over there, but I do know that this is a really hard time for them. And usually on like YouTube or on any type of media, I try to stay like, I don't talk about religion, I don't talk about politics, but this one I'm going to talk about. They were 15. Oh no. Those are 15 down here. Here? Oh, you're absolutely right. Thank you. How do you pronounce your name? Sorry about. There we go. Nice. Good save. Thank you. Man, I need all the help I can get from you guys. Looks like these were roughly the size. All right, let's come down here. Okay, we've kind of got our... Oh, we have some more stuff here. The other map that I'm using as a reference is the map itself. Are we big again here? No. Are we big? No. It took me like 3 days, like 24 hours to do. We're going to go look at that again, just as a reference. I'm just going in and double checking where things are. We'll use the small mountains and also those really cool little hill thingies, those hill nubs, to fill these in. Oh, all kinds of crazy stuff going on. 1 second, please. It's got a notification. We're going to save this really quick, too. Now, I totally can't find my phone, but that's okay. I'm streaming. Oh, well. They'll call if it's an emergency. My wife and daughter just went out for cupcakes because they wanted cupcakes. And gosh dang it, they deserve cupcakes. They're getting me one too, and I'm excited. Fat kid loves the cupcakes. All right. How's that looking? Canese, is that right? Cool name. Well, anyways, back to that. For the people I love in that part of the world, I hope you're safe. Know that I care. Know that you are. Anything I can do, I'm doing. Prayers, gift packets, stuff like that, we would put in the mail. But my mind, heart, and is with you. And I worry about people on both sides of the conflict. But I'll just sum up by saying that I love the Ukraine. I love the culture and the people. I had some kids in high school that were from there. And they taught me how important it was. So, yeah. Okay. On to fun stuff. Yeah. Maps. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go to our overlay. Let's check our opacity. Okay. So we got this area that we want to make sure is, yeah, okay. We got this area here. That's good. We've got this little arc down here. That's good. We probably should connect this area and this area a little bit better, leaving a certain pass. Let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to increase the opacity there. Go back to symbols, go back to mountains. Make sure we're at 10. Good catch there. Again, I really do appreciate that. Okay, that is not the... Is this the mountains? Is this the mountains? Yeah, that's the mountains. Okay. So we're going to unite this over here a little bit better. Make this a lot stronger. Come down here. Now we wanted to do the same thing here, so we're just going to make the spine of these mountains. So we kind of have a rift area here, I'm thinking. Probably a continent plate on this side, just smashing into this side. I don't know how the individual that commissioned this, how old these mountains are. But if they want to be really big, then it's quite new. We are going to have quite a rain shadow on one side of this. I'd also like to add additional forests, a lot more forests than I did previously. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. Zoom out a little. Again, control, zoom. Okay, we got to come down here a little bit more, down here a little bit more, but I think we're kind of nailing it. Okay, let's go ahead and fix that. Yeah, this is one thing that I don't know if it's unique to just Wonderdraft, but it's a feature of that opacity, that layer that you can just change stuff in. That is so, it saved my rear end so many times. And it's made it so much easier to use. I also absolutely adore the import, the ability to import black and white maps or height maps. I did also see someone using black and white imagery to create realistic topography using Wonderdraft. And oh my gosh, I'm going to make a couple videos on that one. There we go. There we go. All right, let's have a look at that again. Zoom out. Sorry about all the zooming. It's going to make you sick. I apologize. There. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm going to come down here. these light areas, and we're going to start on the second set of mountains. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go to, not land, but we're going to symbols here. Let's go ahead and test some of these out. We're going to go to our shorter mountains. Just make sure that they're kind of what we want. Yeah, shorter mountains there. Right, were they there? Just double check. Yeah, there they are. Okay. So this is, when it comes to mountains, this is the most critical thing that we're going to do today. Where all these little bumps are, we're going to come out and we're going to just put these little tiny lines in where these rough spots are. These are going to kind of be our little offshoots of the mountain ranges. And usually with these, we want to go back and forth. Let's go ahead and drop the opacity. I think I need that a little bit clearer. Yeah, that was a good call. That was a good call. Oh, not scale. Man, I just had it. Oh, it was like 6.8, right? Yeah. All right. So we're going to take our little mountain brush, and we're going to kind of go side to side with it. You guys can see that. Instead of up and down, what this is going to do is it's going to create a lot more interest, because we have these big lines going up and down, or north to west, or northeast to southeast. And that's great and all, but it gets boring. So by putting these little tributaries, I forgot the word of what they are, of these smaller mountains, like in close to the bigger mountains, it creates a much more interesting space. It creates more detail. And one of the funnest things to do in a map is to get lost in it. That's at least what I think. And that's kind of the design approach I go with. You got to be careful with that, of course, because you can't totally make it hard to understand and hard to cluttered. But I think this is going to work really great. You see the difference there, like between here and here? There's a little more shape, a little more definition. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Now tributaries or something like that. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and drop the placement density a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. That's a lot better. Then near the mountains, we're just going to go back and forth to build a little bit more interest by these big ones. Now, Wonderdraft does keep track of where the mountains are, and it doesn't want to overlap a couple things. So it can be a little, temperamental. I can talk good today. Well, after the day I've had, it's surprising I can even talk without cussing. It can be temperamental, but it still is these arms of the mountains coming out and covering those regions. Yeah, see how that looks right here versus down here? Just getting kind of lost in it, happily lost. Now, these are going to be also our younger mountains that are going to have a lot of these. Our older mountains, they have basically been worn down in time. Kind of like the Appalachians in the United States. A lot of the English mountains, like in Wales. Other places like that. A lot of mountains in China. Well, eastern China. Because it gets crazy to the southwest. All right. Also, if you're interested in realistic stuff, which helps you make just, more convincing fantasy maps, the Department of Land Management and also Geology in the United States, or actually pretty much throughout the world, has some wonderful resources that you can read up on that talk about formation. It goes into the advanced stuff when it comes to topography, geology. I think that's the kind of cool thing about map making is it's a blending of all those. It's a blending of aesthetic, it's a blending of communication, it's a blending of science. Well, for me it is anyways. And all those things have to give and take. Sometimes we make fantasy maps that are, well, not that believable. but it still doesn't invalidate their worth and value. In fact, if we're communicating what's on the map or the intent of the author, I believe that that is far more important than, making sure the rivers are running a certain way or making sure that there is a exact, ratio over mountains over size. Just a little thought there. Now, on these, since we're having things squish, these mountains over here, we have this big old canyon. So I'm going to run the little tributaries of the mountain away from that to kind of look like it's given us kind of this thing going, giving us kind of a big old river valley. Let's come down here and hit these. There we go. I don't know, how's it looking, guys? How's it looking? Is it interesting? Do you like it? Do you want to see something different? Well, you can't see something, sorry, you can't see something different today because this has to get done. Because I need to get this to the commissioner, the person in charge of all this, and get their thumbs up on the placement and how it looks. When I'm doing a project, I'm a little annoying on communication. I'll never limit. I thought about doing Fiverr, but I was like, man, I have to limit how many, redos that I have to do, and I don't know if I like that. I need to explore that more. Had a question in a comment and also in a stream of very nice for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I am glad you're liking it. That's another reason I do live streams for like projects like these or in general, is I'm able to get people's opinions and I'm not selling art to myself. So I really appreciate the comments. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to come up here with this. There we go. Okay. There we go. We'll put those there. There's going to be a big old forest right there. All right, down here. Get a little off there, but those islands are not that important. Now, if we're going on a side near a ocean or something like that, it is a little bit rare that you get tributaries like this near a coast because usually they just sand down the mountains. But in this case, I think we're going to just do it for consistency's sake. All right, we're up here. But yeah, guy that I'm doing this for, really nice. He's doing it online. I believe it's an online role-playing game. And it looks really sweet. I will link that. He's not paying me to link that. I just want to because he's a nice guy. And I'm really interested in what he's doing. We currently have a game, role-playing game in the works. It's kind of stalled out with COVID. I can't say that word. Otherwise YouTube gets mad, which I really dislike. But, their platform, their rules kind of thing. But the pandemic really slowed us down when it came to getting that game out. We just started beta testing again. Well, it's gone back to alpha because I needed to change some stuff. Fun role-playing game. I don't know, maybe I'll do a couple videos in the future with those. Like a how to make your own role-playing game. Okay, we're up here. We need to do a lot of work up here. Let's up our placement density. There we go. We're going to run these hills now right next to these big mountains. With touching the placement density, that allows us to get right up close to these big mountains a little bit better. All right, looking good there. Happy with that. Happy with that. Not too happy, but still happy. But anyways, how to get commissions? Good question. A couple ways is just kind of, Facebook's a great way. Instagram's a great way. Um, how you complete those and how you interact with the individuals giving. Oh, I got to save. Holy crap, I got to save. Yeah, save it for me, please, Wonderdraft. We're just going to make it back up here. All right, there we go. Now we're up here. Get more of this. Again, our big mounts, we're going to place these like really close next to them. So let's go with this spine. This will be our biggest mountain area. And we have the craggles up here. It's a fun word, craggles. Damn, 2022. But there's a couple resources. The most hits I get is from the Cartographers Guild. It's online, just a little website, a little bit old forum style website that people definitely, especially authors, go there. Another way is to join an author page. I'm a member of one that's pretty cool. It's called Epic. It's actually one of the first guys I actually did a commission for runs it. Matthew Only. Forgive me, Matthew. I've known him for a lot of years. Really good guy. It's mainly been online. I want him to interview. Also, question for you guys. I've been thinking about bringing, since this is a mapping channel / role playing channel, I've been thinking about bringing map makers on and getting their sense of aesthetic, getting their, how they do stuff. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Is that something that would be worth your time? Because I make a lot of maps and I kind of want to branch out in the YouTube thing just to make some different content and see, what sticks. Okay, let's go into overlay and let's go into opacity. Okay, we're out here. Let's down our opacity. Kind of weird shift going on there, but I think it's working. I think we got it. I think we got that. Okay, let's lay down some forests. I totally messed with that again. All right, we are going to lay down some new forests. And we're going to use our symbols that we just got. We're going to go forests. Let's choose our symbols really quick. Now, the initial symbols up here with Wonderdraft, not my favorite, I'll be honest with you. Here's our new symbols, though. The ones I got online. Let's have a look at these really quick. Okay, so we got these, kind of like those. Tell me what you guys think. We'll up the density like crazy. Okay, there's our density. It's kind of fun. Let's try another one. Let's try these guys. Oh, that's cool. Little clumps of trees. Oh, I really like that. I really, really, really like that. What do you guys think? Oh, we could probably do a combination of both. So the question is, what do you like best? Let's see what this one is. Oh, those are big fluffy ones. So we can do these large forests like this. We'll probably turn down their size. I kind of like those a lot. But that's just me. Or we can do like that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's kind of vote. So we have A. We'll just do 5 of these right here. We have A. We have B. We have C, which is massive. Okay, and I think we got some. Oh, that's cool. I like those a lot. We'll bring those. I think, though, I'm getting the feeling I like these. Vote now, guys, if you want. Hold on, let me pull up. Let me get. R, would you come here? Could I get your opinion on which forest you like better? Just really quick. So we have, let me show you. We have A here, which are these fun little trees. We have B, and it's these bigger forests, or we have C, that's these really big forests. A, B, or C. Which one do you think is better for this?
What do the comments say?
Comments haven't voted yet. That's why I'm asking you. Do you like the individual trees or the big swashes of trees?
Maybe big sloshes? I don't know.
Okay. We'll try the big swashes. If we hate them, we hate them. And we will move on from there. So let's go ahead and do that now.
I'm gonna go eat a cupcake.
All right. Thank you, R. Appreciate that. All right. That was my daughter, and her instincts are always correct. Oh, wait. We have different trees. And those are kind of sloppy. I don't know if I like those too much. We also got some of these trees. We'll use those a little later. Okay, let's go ahead and use these. Let's find a good size for them. Maybe 45? Yeah, that's not bad. The squareness is not particularly... Not too fond of the squareness of that. So let's go ahead and drop that down. Let's do our placement density and our rate a little bit lower. There we go. We're just going to place these right next to these mounds. Now let's go ahead. A really important part of this stage of the map is going to be, I'm seeing tile work. I'm seeing kind of a tile image. And we can't have that. Just go ahead and mess with the opacity again. Yeah, I'm seeing tile work. I'm seeing a lot of tile work there. Yeah, we got to do something else. We got to do something else. So let's go ahead and erase these. Being very careful not to touch our mountains. So bring that size down. There we go. All right, we are going to go back with our, let's see, which one do we like better? We got these kind of trees. Those are kind of weird. We got these that look kind of sloppy. Let's just go with these. Let's go with these. We're going to up the density and rate, and we're even going to use the big spray brush at times when we really get into it. So let's go ahead and turn off the spray brush, and we'll outline our forest first. Let's go to overlay again. Now, I do want to put a lot more trees in this one because I think it would be a lot funner. So we're going to start here, and we're just going to place, let's see, let's go to about a 25. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let's go about to 25. We're going to do the big token fluffy map, the big fluffy forests. We're going to outline these first so we get a general idea of where they're at. We're going to start in the middle of the map where there's hardwoods. I'm not 100% sure on the exact climate. That's a question I needed to ask. Going back to the discussion of where do we get commissions. The Cartographers Guild is good. It's famous. And it is a good place to start. You also get a lot of good examples. Facebook groups have been actually really kicking it lately with the amount of individuals that are interested in that. So Cartography good, Facebook good, Instagram is good. I've got a couple of projects from DeviantArt of all places. Don't judge me much. Even if you do, yeah, it's not bad. It's just a matter of, hey, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. All right. There we go. Then we'll just fill them in like this. Let's go ahead and have a look at this forest in particular. I think that is exactly what we want. So we'll drop the opacity down. Yeah, that's going to work for us. Let's do that. All right. So, oh, good drop down. We'll go back up here. remembering that this is 25 and we're just going to start throwing in forests. Now I'm looking at our import map and it looks like we have a river there that we need to fix a little bit. There we go. So since I just saw that, I'm going to do that right now. We're just going to do a drop the ocean. We're going to get this really small and really not rough. And we're just going to come in here and fix this river. Just like that. And you know, since we're here with the river, let's give it some more. Let's give it some more love here. When we do this with the river, they kind of get a little bit tarry. That's okay. We just go back and forth and fill it in. Okay, back to our forest symbols, trees. Okay, we're back in the trees. Back in the tree business. Again, we're just going to outline these, then use the spray can. Spray can lets you place down a large amount of symbols at once. But you really got to control it. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's put another, let's kind of finish up this tree area. Right there. This one we will fill in. Make sure it's just right up next to that river. All right. There we go. Happy trees. Yay. Of course, Bob Ross is a hero. Yeah, hero of mine. I really like the guy. Great story about him. Got hosed over a little with licensing and who owned what at the end, which makes me really sad. Now, someone came out with Bob Ross NFTs. Blech. Feel dirty for even saying that, but I would get some Bob Ross NFTs. All right, yeah, we got some very token maps going on here. So let's go ahead and we're going to come in here. Again, this stream's going to be very long because we are going to go to start to finish. Well, maybe I'll take a break. Maybe I'll take a break, and once I get these forests in, I think I'm going to take a break, stretch, and I will jump back in here. But we're definitely going to get these forests done first. Let's take this forest all the way up into this mountains. Kind of keep the same shape that we did, because I really like the shape here. It's fun. If you are going on a site, I know that when I'm on the Cartographers Guild, you have a lot of individuals' opinions on what makes a good map a good map. So you might want to be aware of that. We're going to save this again really quick. Just let it go. All right. Actually, are we? Nope. We are fully sized. All right. Let's go ahead and use the spray brush now on these. So spray brush is right here. Gives you a size. And it actually prepares another size for you. And just make sure the symbol scales where it is. And I'm just going to gently drag this over. Something else it does, it adds just a little bit of trees kind of in a blending that I really appreciate. All right, that's feeling really good. Let's do the same thing right here. Being careful of those mountains and the rivers. RH will place symbols over those. So just be aware of that. We'll go in and erase some of those. All right. Let's come down here and do this one. We could, in theory, let's try that. Let's try a new technique. Let's just go over this, the river, then we'll come in and erase it. Fun times. But you don't know till you try, right, folks? Oops. You beam. Showed my kids Pink Panthers the other day. Hope you guys like those. Great movies. Okay. So let's come in here with our eraser. Let's put this down to a lot. Come in here, and we're just going to erase the trees. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. We can kind of see where the rivers are. We'll just keep those. That's fun. It's also a lot faster way to do this. Same thing, just following the river up, taking our time. We're going to end that right there. There we go. Okay, back to tree placement. Blah. That's the sound. That's the universal sound of tree placement. I make it so. Blah. All right, we're down back here. We're down up here. Let's push the trees up and down, up and down, up and down. Also, had a lot of people joining the stream. I asked for some help from family and friends, but a lot of people joined the stream, well, joined the channel. And guys, I can't thank you enough for doing that. Because people have been so nice to me, lately I've been trying to give away free map packs. There's a video that describes where a map pack is. These are big campaign maps that I did. Just as a, if you need a map, it's there. Okay. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. Let's get rid of our overlay. Drop the opacity down. Yeah, that's looking good. Very token-esque. I think we can clean these up a little bit, so let's go ahead and do that as well. Get up in here. Let's not use the spray brush. Like in areas right here, we want definitely a little more poofiness, not a spread. So like these trees here, we're going to give them some friends. There we go. Yeah, that makes it look better. It doesn't look as chaotic. I think with this tree, with these trees, that's the key. But I really like these. Reminds me of the old Mirkwood maps. The Holy Grail of Maps by J.R.R. Tolkien and J.R.R. Tolkien Jr. He helped do. Those are the ones that got me and hopefully a lot of people into fantasy map making. I remember just going in there and like studying Mirkwood and seeing all the spiders and all the things, and I started soon after, and I just love placing like the little random things. All right. We are definitely getting there. We've got a lot of distance to travel. Let's get, you know what? Let's make a goal right now. Let's go ahead and get these forests over here are, we're going to get those done to, oh, I messed the scale up again. Yes. So good at that. 6.8. All right. Now let's dust the opacity a little bit. No, we're good. We're good. Get back to our trees. Got to come back down here. Again, we're going to block these out. Going to add a lot more trees. The previous map I did was fine, but it needed more foliage, especially if those mountains are catching that much moisture. There we go. We'll come back to that now that we got this kind of filled out. And then we got these guys up here. Let's go ahead and combine both of those. Can't wait to know what's in that forest. Kind of secluded. Yeah, let's come down here to these. Scale's a little bit wonky, so let's go ahead and we're going to move this overlay. There we go. That's a lot better. Back to symbols, back to trees. All right. Same thing with this. Gonna put the rate up a little bit so it actually feels like I'm drawing a line. It looks like we're going to need some hills in this map. That's fine. We'll do that too. And again, we're just cutting out where the trees would be. Hardwood going into something a little bit warmer. Kind of like Florida. Man, I love Florida. I don't care what people say about like Florida, man. I love Florida. It was so pretty down there. We went back in November. Yes, November. Oh, the pine trees there. You wouldn't think there's pine trees, but man, they're all over the place. Just beautiful. Wasn't a fan of the smell of the water, but we elected just kind of out of the blue to go on one of those swamp boats. That was inspiring. Also got in the plane. I took so many pictures of the different swamps, just for topography, just for doing this. Yeah, we're gonna have to add some additional little hills, places to kind of break up the ground. All right, we're cooking with gas now, folks. Almost got this. All right, we got those trees done, forest done. So let's go ahead and turn on spray paint again. Come back down and just let that sucker go. We're going to go gentle circles with this to fill in all the little gaps. Come back to that. We got to fix that one. I don't like that one. Down here too. Nope. 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 Follow your gut. Follow your eye. Sometimes in art and stuff, we really question ourselves and beat ourselves up. Oh, that's nice. There we go. If you're new to the stream, welcome. We're doing a full campaign map today. Probably a couple streams today, but we're going from nothing to full map. Just a fantasy map, live stream, where I wax poetic. The chat helps me draw maps, tells me what they want in them, and all that good stuff. So welcome. There we go. All right, back here. Let's come up here. Then we're down here. Let's make some more like little ones, little tiny ones there. Okay, we're going to take our spray brush off. We're going to come down here and kind of fill in these. We don't want any little straggler trees out by their lonesome. It's going to take away from the aesthetic we're going for. Very clustered, very thick, very much a, you know, this is where the trees are. Spray paint on. Let's just kind of that really quick. Yeah, that worked really good. A lot better than I was thinking. Maybe this guy too. Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Let's turn it off and we'll form this right up to the river. There we go. All right. We is getting there. We definitely are getting there. Okay, let's come down here. Now we got a little forest here. Let's try this. Let's just try the spray paint just on right off the bat. Then we'll go in and clean that up. What do you guys think? Let's try that. So spray paint off. Then I'm just doing little circles to clean this up. Kind of little weird lines just to make it interesting. Almost organic, but not. There we go. All right. Let's go back up here. Oh, we missed one. My bad. Silly me. Spray paint. We'll just 25. So yeah, that was the size. And let's go spray brush down a little bit. There we go. Just right there. Sweet. Okay. Now there is a gigantic forest in this area, but that forest is bad news. Very bad news. So we'll get to that a little bit later. But for now, we got our big forest in, then it's plains. Maybe let's put some forest up in these mountains here. Just some little ones. No spray. Yeah, like right here. Let's just put a couple little forests right up here. Always on these side of the mountains. We got a little nasty blend with that line right there. So, hey, let's blend it into the forest. That, everybody, is called cheating. But man, it works great. All right, up here, maybe something like this. Yeah, oops. There we go. How close to the, no, don't want to do that too much. So there's a little forgiveness with mountains, but not that much. So we will respect our mountains' privacies. Let them do their thing there. Maybe we have just one or two little forests up here. Actually, let's look at this before we go too far. Drop the opacity. Man, that's looking good, guys. Oh, thank you for your help. Thank you for your help. Okay, we're just going to put some little force here. Maybe one or two just down here. Turn the spray paint on for that. We're going to go down with the spray a lot more. Oh, it only goes 64. That's fine. We're just going to plop some mountains over here. Oh, I just see old mountain. Kill it with fire. There we go. Then turn off the spray paint. We're going to go in and really make these look good. There we go. So yeah, this is what I do all day. Well, I do a lot of stuff. I've been taking a lot of classes on 3D rendering and 3D art and model making and miniature making and home repair and electrical. There we go. Woohoo! Let's tie these together. Oh my gosh, we have a big forest here. Tie them together, have some fun there. There we go. That's cool. We're missing a little bit. Let's turn on our spray in here. Let's make sure we're getting in the middle of this forest. When I zoomed out just a second ago, it looked like there was like some pretty substantial spots. We'll need to erase those. Yeah. All right. I'm getting tired. Oh, thank you, RJ. Welcome to the stream. Let's go ahead and double check on our opacity of the original one we did. A lot more forests, and then we'll get into color. There we go. All right. Let's come down here. Let's come back down here. We're going to put some forests up here. Again, with Wonderdraft, you can always delete. You're not committed 100%. You can always erase. And it has a pretty intuitive erasing control features and tool pack. Incarnate, and well, you can do that in Incarnate, and you can also do that in some other programs, but you actually have to technically select them since they're sprite or vector based. There we go. Let's clean this guy up a little. Kind of stretch, just yawning and stretching by these mountains. Yeah, right there. Yeah, stretch by these. All right. Let's get us this. I kind of like this because when I'm far out, it really looks like dense forest, but when I zoom in, it's giving me a lot better. Oh, we got some forest here. There we go. Yay. Again, maybe these mountains, we have like a little mountain forest here. Maybe we have a bunch. Let's play with that. Blah. There we go. Blah. Blah. Maybe forest here too. That works. That works. Feels a lot better transition. Now, let's see if we can bigger better on this one. Yes. It's a little cooler. We'll keep that for now until it bugs me. Probably will bug me. All right. All right. Let's come down here. Let's make some more. We're going to make a big one here. It reaches out again, reaches out of the third time. Because it's lonely. Well, it's one of those annoying big puppy forests. You know, just want to be a part of everything and they just keep growing. Puppy forests, my dad. All right. Oh, I have once again neglected my islands. And these trees down here. There's one thing I'm a horrible dad when it comes to islands. Horrible map dad. There we go. Here's some more. All right, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling quite good about this. Got a little mountain jumping into the ocean there. And I'm getting kind of addicted to the spray thing. It's really handy. Of course, I need to go in and clean these. That's fine. Just take the racer and just up the coast. See? All right, I'm liking that. Except this forest, I don't like. Be gone, fell forest. Okay, I'm going to ship this off to the powers that be. Let him make a call if we're going the right way. This forest up here. It needs something. Maybe we should just connect it. Yeah, let's connect it with this guy down here. Yeah, let's do it like right there. That's fun. Okay. Then we'll get our racer as small as it'll go. Come in here and we'll do this again. There we go. Then come in with the tree, turn off spray brush. All right. Kind of hit these clearings that we didn't get too well. Got some cool little hills going on. Oh, thanks. Is that Ratatusker? Is that how do you pronounce your name? Hope I want to hit that right. Okay, we got some cool stuff going on there. Let's look at our overlay and just check that we're a lot more forests. Feels a lot better. Down here, oh crap, always do that, 6.8. 6.68. Opacity down. All right, no, dang it. Well, thank you. That's actually really important to me. I am horrible with spelling, but times I get certain things right. Let's go ahead and go back to symbols. Go back into trees. Let's hold down control and come down here. No, our opacity is a little off, so let's fix that. Okay. Maybe drop our opacity down just a touch. Paths and symbols. There we go. How you doing, Ratatusker? No, that's actually one of mine that I do. I did it here. I'll pull that up again. I do this on, well, throughout the channel. You can see it's just like I texture it and add paint and gloops and stuff like that. I have a ton of, if you want to check those out, I have a ton of videos of how I do this. But the overlay itself is the guy that wanted this map. He liked this, but he wants a more traditional fantasy map. And after battling with some software from heck, I had to go back to Wonderdraft because it's always consistent and it always works, which I really needed. We're just going to add a little bit of trees up here, this area. Still really rocky, but that doesn't mean trees won't grow there. There we go. Maybe down here too. We don't want too much, so we want to just highlight how pocketed this land is up here. General badlands, maybe some here. Okay, let's look at that. All right, that's working. Let's get some more in there. Not too much more. Okay, I think for now I need to take a break because I'm getting hungered. Whoops. Jeez, Dan, come on. So we're going to drop the opsy. Oh, hey, my pleasure. My pleasure. That is, I think we've got our trees. Now, we have an evil forest over here, and I need to talk with the guy just to make sure that I understand exactly what he wants. His name's Chris, really nice guy. I'll send that off to him, and if I get it back sooner versus later, I'll continue doing the stream. Well, I'll probably just do another one. But yeah, Wonderdraft saved my butt today. 15 hours of 15 hours lost, and then I come back here and I'm able, with a little help from you guys. Oh no, those are way too big. We need 15. Help from you guys. We just are able to come back in here and just bust these out. Looks like I got a couple trees that are the wrong size there. That's okay. We'll just density down on this. Again, we want consistency. Maybe there are 20. Let's try 20. Yeah, that's better. That's going to cover a lot better. We'll put some hills and other stuff right in there above those. But yeah, that's looking fun. I've seen some amazing maps of using something similar to Wonderdraft. And that is, yeah, they are, some people are super talented at that, and I really would like to get that into as well. I'm going to show you guys something really quick. I think it is 2 Minute Tabletop has a ton of Wonderdraft assets and also a ton of other stuff. Highly recommend 2 Minute Tabletop. Another place to go is Cartography Assets. Link in the description, of course. That's where I got these symbols. And they have some just wonderful, 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 wonderful stuff. Now, this I'm excited for. This I really want to see. Let me see if I can pull this up. It doesn't wait too long. Yeah, check those out. Someone's doing that in Wonderdraft of all things. And I just think that's great. I want to kind of do the same thing. I know how they did it, but I would like to do the same thing. I think they actually went into Google Maps and took the actual images, because that's just great. I'll put the links in the description. But again, everybody, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to my family. Thanks to R for coming in and helping. I will be back probably later today with another stream, or a stream tomorrow, just to get this done. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a video about free map assets. You can just go and grab from DriveThruRPG as a gift, because, hey, we cleared 500, and then holy crap, we're up to 660 and stuff like that. So thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. Not a problem. Thank you for being here, Ratatosker, and also RJ, and of course Puppet Master, wherever you are, my friend. Thank you for always being here. And we will just go from there and have a wonderful day. Be safe.